Well, good evening, good evening. It's Richard from Learn to Line Dance with Richard here. How is everybody? I've had a busy weekend. Boy, have I had a busy weekend. It's always a busy weekend when I open the doors to our membership. Only happens twice a year, so I don't mind. Hopefully my sound is better today. I'm mic'd up twice. I don't know if you can see those two microphones, but I'm mic'd up twice. So hopefully the sound both on YouTube and Facebook is better. Now let me see if I can see whether we're actually live in all the right places. If you're hopping on, do say hello. Do let me know where you're watching from. Okay, I've got one comment, but I'm guessing that's my auto comment there. Do struggle to see my comments on Facebook. Show me. Oh, there it is, yes. It's my auto comment with spelling mistake, which I still haven't corrected. I noticed that yesterday. So we're definitely live on Facebook. YouTube was the one that I was struggling with yesterday. Yeah, still not telling me I'm live. I think I am. But unfortunately, I don't think I can see your comments because I can't find the feed unless I can see them up here. If you're watching on YouTube, drop me a comment. Say hello. Let me know you're there. I think, oh no, that one's YouTube and that one's Facebook. I'll try not to play tennis the whole time. I'll try to look at the camera somewhere in the middle. Yeah, do drop me a comment. So this is our second question and answer session. Now, I didn't get a huge amount of questions submitted, and I did answer them all in the Q&A session I did yesterday morning. So I'm not really quite sure what we're going to do, but I'd like to get a few people online first. So yeah, as you come on, drop me a comment. Let me know where you are. I want to see whether I can see your comments. I know I can see them on Facebook. I want to see whether I can see them on YouTube. Does anybody know I'm live type thing? I've actually been in meetings since 7:30. I had a 7:30 meeting, an 8 o'clock meeting, and this is my 9 o'clock meeting. Is there anybody there? Well, whilst we're waiting for people to show up, what I'm going to say is if you show up, if you're here because you're interested in... Oh, good evening, Noel. Noel is here from Newport in Wales. Noel is one of my new members, which actually reminds me, because he's on my... No, he's not. No, he's not on my list. But he does remind me. So I welcome Noel officially in live yesterday. Really pleased Noel has joined the membership, taking a leap of faith and joined us. We've had 2 new members today. I'm yet to welcome them in. So I'd like to officially welcome to the membership, Learn to Line Dance with Richard, Robert and Caroline. So pleased you're here. So pleased you've joined us. So that takes our total this time round, bearing in mind the doors have only been open for 2 days, to 10 people, which is brilliant. Still room for loads more. Still room for loads more. So this is the last information session. So if you've watched some of the others, if you haven't watched some of the others, that's also fine. We did the 2 lives Wednesday and Friday. Live teach on Wednesday where I taught 2 new dances, and Friday I did a Blast from the Past live workshop. Never done that before. It's the first time I've taught Blast from the Past live. So they were our 2 live sessions. Both catch-ups are available, so you can go find them. If you're on my email list, you should have had an email. If you're not on my email list, why not? He says in jest. If you're not on my email list, go to the website, learn2linedancewithrichard.co.uk. Down the bottom, there is a register your interest box. Pop your name down there. You will get an email confirmation that you have to click. You have to verify your email. In order for me to be able to email you under data protection laws in the UK, you have to verify your email address. Once you're verified, then you're on my list and I can send you bits and bobs through. So yeah, those live teach catch-ups are available to you until Thursday evening, Thursday night. Done Zoom meeting yesterday and a Q&A meeting yesterday. Zoom meeting again is available on catch-up via email. Yesterday's Q&A is on Facebook and Zoom, so you can go find that. So Leslie is watching on Facebook. I get really confused which camera's which. Good evening, Leslie. I believe Leslie is going to come join the membership. I had some emails with Leslie today, and she said she's going to come join the membership. So fingers crossed, that'll be another one in the door, which will be good. So you're running out of time. You've still got 4 days to join. Membership doors only open twice a year, March and then again in September. They close this year for the last time, Thursday, the 4th of September at midnight. If you miss that, if you do not get in the door in time, I shut the door, I bolt it, I lock it, and I hide the key. I spend 50 weeks of the year focusing on my members, serving my members, making content for them. I then shut the doors and don't worry about taking new people on. There's a wait list. You can always join the wait list, but the wait list will sit there for 6 months. So if you want to join, you now can. This is your last session. I've got 4 people watching on Facebook. Might have 5 people watching on YouTube as well, I think. You wouldn't believe the setup. I've got 5 iDevices, so I'm recording this on a remote server, which is then going to my iMac, which is then broadcasting it on YouTube. I've got this camera up here on Facebook. I've got an iPad down underneath so I can see your comments. No comments yet. Please leave me a comment if you're watching on Facebook. There's 4 of you there. And then my other iPad now says Richard is live. So can I see that on here? Oh, hey. So I've now got my iPad so I can see your comments on YouTube on my iPad. So this is my last live session to talk to you. I will be going live over the next few days because A, I need to be welcoming in new members as they join. And B, I'll still be encouraging you to join, telling you bits and bobs. I have got a pre-recorded members. Hang on, start that again. I have got a pre-recorded interview with one of my members who very kindly agreed to be interviewed on camera about the membership, why she joined, what she gets from it, how it all works, and would she recommend it. So I'm probably going to put that live Monday or Tuesday, I would imagine. I've just seen it on Facebook. Gay has joined us. Good evening, Gay. Hope you're well. So yeah, this is your last session. Now I have got one pre-submitted question that I can answer again. I did answer it in the previous, so if you've already watched the previous Q&A, I might be answering the same questions. I've got various other comments and questions to reply to, but I have already done that. So if you want to ask a question, if you've seen the lives, if you've seen the other Q&A, the other Zoom session, if you've still got questions, now is your time to pop it in the comments. Any questions I get in the comments on Zoom or Facebook, I will make a priority of answering them first. If I don't get any questions, then I'll answer the questions that I answered in the previous Q&A, just because there might be different people watching. So I'm going to have a slurp of tea. At the moment, I've still only got 1 comment on YouTube and no comments on Facebook. Come on, Facebook, you're letting the side down. There's 4 people watching. Drop us a comment. Let me know where you're from, if nothing else. I tell you what, while you're thinking of questions, while you're writing me comments, let me very briefly, and it will be brief because I have said this so many times in the last 3 days, very briefly run you through the backbone of what the membership includes. So, Learn to Line Dance with Richard, geared towards, aimed at line dancers with some experience that want more. That might be more practice. That might be more dances. That might be modern country music, top of the charts dances. Lots of my members have got different reasons for being here, and that's fine. Whatever their reasons, as long as it works for them, as long as they get value out of the membership, I'm more than happy that they're with me. So it could be you go to a class a week, 2, 3 classes a week. It could be your dance instructor teaches top of the charts, country music, and you want more practice. So the chances are I might do some of those dances. I won't do them all. I might do a few different ones, but some of them I definitely will do. So you can use the membership to have more practice at home. It could be you go to class and your instructor doesn't teach new top of the chart country line dance. So you might want to join me because I do. So you can then get a more diverse selection of new dances. It could be you haven't got a class near you, or the classes you have got near you aren't at the right time or the right day or the right level for that. So yeah, lots of different reasons for joining. The backbone of the membership is based around a weekly live. I go live every Wednesday evening, 48 weeks out of 52. I do have 2 weeks off for summer holidays and 2 weeks off for Christmas. I say 48, it's usually 49, sometimes even 50 weeks of the year, but we won't talk about that. That's just a bonus. So yeah, I go live every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. BST or 7:30 p.m. UTC in the current time zone. That does fall back an hour in the autumn and it springs forward in the spring. We do go to GMT for 6 months of the year. I teach each week live. I teach 1 beginner dance and 1 improver dance. Sometimes they might be easy beginner, easy improver. Sometimes they might be right in the middle of the level. Sometimes they might be beginner plus, improver plus. They'll always be relatively new within the last month, 2 months. They'll always be popular. They might be top of the Copper Knob charts already. They might be ones that I tip to be top of the charts. I don't always get it right. Sometimes a dance comes out, I look at it, I like it, I think it will do really well, and it doesn't. That's the nature of the beast. Can't do anything about that. I do my best to get the ones that do become popular, and I'm fairly good at it, but not 100%. No one can be 100%, let's be honest. The whole membership, everything we do, is also built on catch-up. So if you can't join us on a Wednesday evening, if you've at class, if you've got work, family, whatever else, everything I do goes into catch-up, and it's available to members for the lifetime of their membership. For as long as you're a member, you have access to everything I've ever done. We'll talk about the back catalogue in a minute. So yeah, weekly live and catch-up. I've got lots of notifications coming up on my screen, but it's not nothing to do with this. I'm trying to ignore them. I can't do two things at once. I can't talk and read a comment. I get very sidetracked. Not a slug of tea. We have 2 6-week events. Every 6 weeks we do a Blast from the Past workshop. Usually 4 dances, all classic dances, all dances that were huge back in their day. Some of them still get danced out and about now, some of them don't. So 4 classic dances. If you've been in line dancing for 20, 25, 30 years, chances are you probably did them back in the day. If you're new to line dance, I'm talking about 5, 10 and 15 years even, you may never have done them. You may have seen them out on the dance floor. You may have picked them up on the dance floor. So yeah, all classics. That's pre-recorded. I pre-record the teachers. All my mistakes get left in. My members like my mistakes. I would rather take them out. I make lots of mistakes. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I'm going to tell you the way it is. But my members like it. They like me making mistakes because it gives them permission to not be perfect. It gives them permission to make mistakes as well. So yeah, I pre-record 4 classic dances, and that goes out once every 6 weeks as a Friday evening workshop. It goes live at 7 p.m. But again, it is catch-up, so you could do it Friday evening, you could do it Saturday, Sunday, or at any stage thereafter. The second 6-week event is a revision night. Every 6 weeks, the members vote on their favourite dances that I've taught over the last 6 weeks, and we do a revision night. Usually 4 dances, sometimes 5, sometimes even 6, it's been known, but it's a quick one. It's a one-wall go. It's a quick revision, a quick reminder, and then we go with the music. And hopefully people will have learnt them in the live teachers, and maybe if they like them, hopefully maybe they've got away and practiced them once, twice, 3 times with the videos. Again, all of that is available in catch-up. You get lots of bonuses. Every time I get requested a dance, and members can request dances, every time a dance gets requested that I want to record, or if I find something I want to record that doesn't fit anywhere else, it doesn't fit in with the ethos of the live teachers, it doesn't really fit within a Blast from the Past, I'll chuck it out as a bonus. So bonuses, sometimes they come thick and fast, sometimes not so much so. They are ad hoc. But yeah, you sometimes just find you get a random teach or a random 3-4 teach workshop, and you can use that as you see fit. The last thing we do, every month we do a Zoom chit chat. It's usually around the 9th, 10th, 11th of the month. It's always a Friday evening, again 7 p.m. And we get together on Zoom. Anybody that's available, anybody that wants to come along, grabs a cup of tea or a glass of wine or whatever floats their boat, and we just chit-chat. No line dancing, but we just chit-chat about usually line dancing, usually membership, dances I've taught, what they've been learning, holidays they've been going on. Sometimes the conversation veers off. Sometimes we talked about AI last month. Previous months we have had conversations about eggs. Don't ask, but it was funny. So yeah, it's just a little chit-chat. We just get together about 45 minutes where we can just connect and talk, and I can get feedback and everything else. I really should get a sponsorship deal, shouldn't I? Laugh of it is I gave away £80 worth of Costa Coffee cards this weekend through launching the doors. Congratulations to anybody that won a Costa Coffee card. They've all been issued and sent out by email now. But yeah, I really should get a sponsorship from a certain big coffee company. Or maybe what I should get is a Learn to Line Dance with Richard mug. There's an idea. I'll have to look into those. So that is the membership. Very, very, very briefly, if you're an absolute beginner, if you've never been to a line dance class, you've never done line dancing, the membership's not really geared towards you. I start at beginner. Some of the dances are easy beginner, but I start at beginner. Every now and again, there'll be some absolute beginner bonuses. because again, those teachers don't really fit within everything else I do, so I'll put them out as bonuses, especially if they're popular on Copper Knob. I have just recently taught Maggie Gallagher's Tango. That was top 10. But I also have a 26-week, no, can't say 26-week, 26-lesson absolute beginner course. Every lesson is around 45 minutes to an hour. Each week we learn new dance. Each week we practice the dances from the previous week. So it's very much structured like a line dance class. If you were to go to an absolute beginner class, you'd learn a new dance this week. You'd practice what you learned last week and the week before and the week before. So every new dance in my lessons gets about 5 or 6 weeks worth of teaches. So first week you're learning it, second week you're learning it, third week you're learning it, fourth week is a bit quicker, fifth week quicker still. Week 6 might just be a one wall go. It might even be freestyle. If I think we've got it, I just put it on and we dance it. I'm there, I'm on stage, I'm calling it. But it's very much a lesson. So there's 26 lessons. You can either join the membership and get access to all of them, or if you're thinking actually the membership's not really for you here and now, there's a lot in there, it's a little bit overwhelming as an absolute beginner, I am selling that absolute beginner course as a standalone course. It's £27. You get the 26 lessons, and for the month of September, I'm also bolting on a 15 dance live teach course. So 15 dances, 15 classic dances that I think every line dance instructor should know. No, every line dancer should know. And it's a bit of a crossover course. You've done the 26 lesson absolute beginner, so you're no longer an absolute beginner. You know the basic steps, you know how it all works. And it's the next level on. Some of them are a little bit of a jump, but some of them aren't. But they're all classic dances that still get danced out and about. So yeah, 15 lesson bonus if you buy the course this month, £27. Lastly, again very quickly, I have got my line dance instructor hub. So we worked out this year that I'd got line dance instructors within the membership that I wasn't serving. I wasn't giving them anything for them. So I've now created a side membership called the Line Dance Instructor Hub, aimed at new and aspiring line dance instructors that want support, assistance, coaching. I will drop, they're not there at the moment, but at the end of this, I will put the links to both the course and the Line Dance Instructor Hub into the description of these videos. So you can go and click on that, go to the webpage and have a good look through. If you're ready to buy any of them, if you're ready to subscribe to either of the memberships or buy the course, you can do so on those pages. I talk so much, don't I? I've said this so many times. How many times have you heard this? Let's see if I've got any questions. Because if I have, I'm going to answer them. Oh, I should have made myself a bigger cup of tea. Could you get a bigger cup of tea? Not really. It's quite a big mug. I don't know if you can see that. So, Noel says, I'm doing this to make me feel more confident with dancing with others. I go at least group class once a week. Amazing. So, brilliant, Noel. Perfect. You're going to class. So actually, I've always said, I've said it several times over this weekend, and I'll say it again, the membership is a little bit niche. It's online. It's you in your lounge or your kitchen or your dining room. That's not really what line dancing is about. Line dancing is about dancing with people. Going to classes, moving to music with an instructor and people in the room, then going to socials and discos and weekends and live music. But the online membership, the lives, my YouTube videos and the membership, give you that confidence. It gives you that support. It gives you that backup. One of my members, the member that did the video with me that I'm going to put out Monday or Tuesday, Sophia, she goes to 3 live lessons a week. 3 lessons with her instructor, Karen. And she learns lots of dances. And then she comes home and does more dancing with me. And that's fine. That's absolutely brilliant. That's exactly what it's there for. So yeah, now you'll get exactly that. You'll get confidence. And hopefully some of what your line dance instructor teaches, hopefully there are videos already so you can learn them in class. You can come home and you can practice them. So when you go back a week after, you'll be more confident with it. We've got the line dance course, depending where you are. If you're at that lower level, you might want to do some of those lessons, and that will give you more confidence. Just because the more you do it, it's like anything, any skill, any activity. The more you do it, the better you get. Practice makes perfect. It's so true. And line dancing is just the same. Ideally, yes, you'll be practicing the same dances you're doing in person, but actually, if you practice different dances, you're still getting more confident with the steps and the sequencing and thinking for yourself. Doing it at home, although I'm on screen, you have to think for yourself. Actually, it's easier to dance in a hall. If you dance in a hall and you've got 50 people around you, you've always got line of sight with people, so you can always get like a reassurance you're in the right place. when you dance with me, hopefully I'm on the TV or the iPad. If you have to use a phone, it can work, but ideally TV or iPad is better. But having me at home on screen, actually, you've got to rely on yourself. When you're not looking at that TV screen, when you turn to your different walls, you've really got to think. And yes, I might be talking over the music for some of it, but not all of it. So yeah, you will get the confidence. The more you practice, the better you'll get, the more confident you'll get. So pleased you're here and you're in the right place. Really funny, actually. It was only yesterday one of my members asked me, how many men are in the membership? And out of 44 members that I had before I opened the door, I only had 2. And we've taken on 10 new members so far this time round. And 2 of those are men, 20% are men, which is amazing. Brilliant, loving it. I have to say, line dancing is very female orientated. Definitely from a class point of view. Socially, live music, not maybe quite so much so, but yeah, definitely from a class point of view. So yes, glad you're here. Thank you for that comment. Let's have a look at YouTube. So we've got Diane with us. Diane is one of my members. I think the only comment I've got on YouTube, 7 people watching. If you've got questions, jot them down. Let me know where you're watching from. Diane has said, or t-shirts. So I think that was in the reference to my I must get Learn to Line Dance with Richard mugs. I've got to show you this. I got a present from a friend. I have to say I've never worn it because I'm not really a baseball cap sort of person. I've kept it. It's on display. That might be back to front. I don't know whether you can see that. My camera might reverse that. But it's a Learn to Line Dance with Richard baseball cap. I don't think I suit baseball caps. I think I've got to an age where baseball caps really are not me. But I love it as a gift. So, don't know if the video feed is showing that back to front. If it is, I do apologise. Oh no, we might be okay. Yeah, you might be able to read that. Anyway, yes, maybe mugs, maybe t-shirts. I do have my Learn to Line Dance with Richard t-shirt, so it could be done. If people are interested in t-shirts, it could be done. Yeah. Okay, so I've got no more questions. Question and answer session, but I've already answered all these questions, and you can see them all. I'm going to answer some of them. I'm going to answer the pertinent ones because I think there's a few comments, and one was a question which I will answer again just in case Janet is watching and hasn't seen the previous Q&A. And then I've got various comments and conversations I've had with people over the last few days about the membership, which actually it's quite good to sort of reiterate that to everybody. Oh, Diane says it's back to front. Yeah, that's my camera. You're watching in mirror image. I do apologise. I can't do anything about that now. I did wonder if that would be the case. I think YouTube potentially was the right way round. I think. I don't know. So, Janet asked a question. I'm trying to see. I've got a notepad of my scroll and I'm trying to understand what I wrote. Excuse me. Janet asked, I've kind of already answered this already without even knowing it. Janet asked, do you explain the names of the individual steps when teaching? So, short answer, not really. Short answer, not really. So, the membership is aimed at those that have got some line dance experience. So when I teach my beginner and my improver dances, I kind of expect everybody to know what a grapevine is, what a jazz box is, what a chassé, what a shuffle is. I might break it down. I might say we're going to do a right foot leading jazz box with a turn, and then I might break that down into cross, turn, side together. But overall, really, I'm expecting people to know that. But if you don't know that, then the absolute beginner lessons are for you. Again, whether you buy the course as a standalone course, lifetime access, take as long as you like over it, or whether you join the membership and go through those as part of the membership, entirely up to you, makes no difference to me. Those lessons, I do break it down. So lesson number 1, I teach 3 dances, electric slide, 2 others that aren't coming to my mind at the top of my head, but 3 easy, absolute beginner dances, and I break down the steps, because at that stage, I'm assuming absolute beginner knows nothing. An absolute beginner has never been line dancing. And that's why I'm very much of the opinion an absolute beginner is only really an proper absolute beginner for maybe 4 weeks. Because actually after 4 weeks, you know what a grapevine is, and you know what step touches are, and you've learned some basic steps. So actually you're progressing through that quite quickly already. So yeah, the absolute beginner lessons definitely break down the steps. Once you get into the beginner and improver, not so much so, but then you won't need it. So I hope that answers that question, Janet. Just seeing if I had another comment, and I didn't. So a couple of questions, a couple of conversations I've had. So PayPal. Now let's go back. Let's do payments and then PayPal. So this time round, both the memberships, like I say, it's a soft door opening for the Line Dance Instructor Hub. I'm not really advertising it, but I put it out there and now I'm leaving. If people want to join the Instructor Hub, then they can do so. But I'm not really pushing that. I've put the information out there. I've told the powers that be about it. And if people want to join the Instructor Hub, then brilliant. I think I have just got a question from Leslie about the hub, which is good. I'll answer that in a second. Just have a look at that. The membership doors are only open until Thursday. Both memberships, the doors are only open until Thursday. This time round, for the first time ever, I'm offering 2 payment tiers. I'm offering a monthly. So Learn to Line Dance with Richard is £14.50 a month. The Instructors Hub is £17 a month. On both of those, first time ever, I'm doing an annual payment. If you want to subscribe for the year, pay up front, commit. Yep, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to pay for the year. I will do you 12 months for the price of 10. So that's £145 for Learn to Line Dance with Richard, or £170 for the Line Dance Instructors Hub. The course, again, £27. That's just a one-off lifetime access. Within all of that, once you've made your payment, you're in for that period, be it a month or a year. If you're monthly, if you want to cancel at any stage, you can. All you've got to do is drop me an email. Give me a reason why. It's always nice to know why. Why is it not for you? But no judgment, no issue. Drop me an email 2 weeks before your next payment is due. I do need a little bit of time from your email to actually action it and make sure the payment doesn't come out. Don't email me the day before it's due to be taken, because I can't stop it at that stage. So yeah, 2 weeks before the next payment cycle, drop me an email, tell me you want to cancel it, and I will cancel your payment. Payments, I have a small issue with. So my memberships have always been powered by PayPal, and it's always worked lovely. A few people don't always like PayPal, and we've always got around that. It's not a major issue, but on the whole, it's always worked well. If you've got a PayPal account, you can go onto the web page, and I'll make sure they're linked to these videos. You can click the link, you can go in, get the PayPal link up. If you click the PayPal link, it will take you and you can sign into your account and you can subscribe, and that's all set up. If you do it via a PayPal account, you can also cancel yourself. You can go into your account and you can cancel your own reoccurring payment. If you haven't got a PayPal account, that's fine. There's a button underneath that says pay by debit or credit card. And this is where the problem comes. There's been some sort of software update on PayPal that I only found out about on Thursday when I tried a test purchase. PayPal are telling me this is right. I don't believe them. I have lodged a complaint. I've had an email from them today to tell me it's going to take 14 days for them to send me a reply, which is really not helpful to me. Unfortunately, the PayPal update means there's a pre-authorization screen. So you start off by putting in your name, your address, your card details. You press subscribe, and it takes you to another payment screen where you have to put in the same details, which feels extremely wrong. It felt wrong. Well, when I was doing my test purchase, I filled out the first page 3 times. And each time it took me to another payment screen, and I couldn't work out why. I couldn't work out what it was doing. Till I read the small print. On that first page, down the bottom, it does say, this is a pre-authorization. So when you do that first page, name, address, card details, you don't get charged. Good job, because I did it 3 times. When you do the second page, which is all the same details, it practically looks the same, you get charged and you're in, but you will only get charged once. So if you're happy, if you haven't got a PayPal account, but you're happy doing the 2 screens, I'll guarantee you'll only pay once. If it does take the money twice, I will refund the second one. Out of 10 members, it's not happened yet. One person did subscribe twice, but that in their admission, they knew they'd done it wrong. And I refunded the second one. It was all good. It wasn't a problem. But yeah, so if you're happy paying by debit credit card and doing the 2 PayPal screens, sorry it looks wrong. I phoned up PayPal on Thursday, and the guy went, no, that's right. That's the way we do it. I'm like, well, it wasn't like that 6 months ago. And I said to him, well, if you went on a website and you were buying something for £1,000, would you put your card details in twice? He went, well, no. Well, there you go. So yeah, it looks wrong. It feels very wrong. I promise it will only charge you once. But if you don't want to use PayPal, if you haven't got a PayPal account and you don't want to use this dodgy 2-screen link, I totally understand. So I am accepting bank transfers. If you're paying monthly, I would need a monthly standing order set up. If you're paying annually, I'm quite happy to accept a one-off payment, and then I will contact you next year when your renewal's due if you want to stay with us. Hopefully you will. That's all my payment bits. What else have I got on here? Okay, I had a question. Okay. Leslie says, if you join the general membership, can you then upgrade to the Line Dance Instructors Hub? That's a good question, Leslie. I don't know what the answer is. That failed on a question and answer session, didn't it? So, what I'm going to say, the doors to both are currently open. They're only really open because I had people inquire about the Line Dance Instructors Hub. We launched it 2 months ago, so I wasn't really planning to do a full launch. I did toy with doing one towards the end of this year, but we're currently forming, we're currently having conversations about how it all works, what content we want, what people need. So realistically, I think the doors officially won't be open till next year. Possibly February, possibly not. Haven't committed to that, possibly February. I'm going to be honest, the difference, if you are a line dance instructor, or if you are quite serious about becoming a line dance instructor, maybe you've been learning for 1, 2, 5, 10 years, and with the current enthusiasm for line dancing and the amount of absolute beginners that want classes, if you're thinking, actually, I've been doing this for 5 years, I now want to teach, actually, the line dance instructor is where you need to be. The membership is all well and good. That will teach you dances, and it will give you a nice community, but that's as far as it goes. So if you are a line dance instructor, or you are aspiring to be a line dance instructor, then you need to be in the hub. Both are open. And in fairness, the membership is £14.50 a month. The Line Dance Instructor Hub is only £17 a month because it's on its founding member period. We opened 2 months ago with no content. We had a little bit of an idea of what we were going to do, but nothing set in stone, and the founding members are helping me develop that offering. So the founding member rate is £17 a month, which is what I'm offering it at now. So for an extra £2.50 a month, like I say, if you're an instructor or if you are aspiring to be, take out the Learn to Line Dance with Richard. No, take out the Line Dance Instructor Hub membership, because you get full access to Learn to Line Dance with Richard as well. You get both. You get two for £17 in effect. It's not one or the other. You don't have to pay twice. Yeah, hope that makes sense. If you've got any further questions, drop me an email. If there is somebody in the hub, so the doors are open now. If anybody joins the hub, no, 2 memberships, and the names are quite similar. I really could do better, couldn't I? Let me take a slurp of tea. Running out of tea. To answer Leslie's question, never say no. If there are members in the Learn to Line Dance with Richard Hub, or if I take on new members this time round that decide they want to start teaching, then yes, absolutely, you can upgrade to the hub. But what I will caveat is you upgrade at the current price. So the current price is £17. When we open the doors next year, possibly February, it's going up, and potentially it's going to go up quite considerably. I'm kind of airing towards £29. We'll see what the membership looks like. We'll see what the back catalogue looks like. We'll see what value people are getting out of it. But that's where I'm airing towards. Whatever pay rate you join on, be it Learn to Line Dance with Richard or the Line Dance Instructor Hub, whatever the pay rate is you join on, that is your pay rate forever. For as long as you're a member, for as long as you pay your monthly dues, that is your pay rate. It will never go up. So you can't say fairer than that. Back catalogue. I told you all about the membership. I didn't tell you about the super duper back catalogue. So, the founding member launch for the Line Dance Instructor Hub is low because there's no back catalogue. There wasn't 2 months ago. There's a little back catalogue now, but only 2 months worth of content. As you're joining here and now, this is coming up to the 2-year anniversary. We're 2 years old in November. You have 2 years worth of back catalogue. Everything I have done, every live, every revision night, every blast from the past night, every bonus is all in the back catalogue. Now, I'm not expecting anybody to join and go through the whole lot, because there's currently, as of this week, 90 beginner dances, 90 improver dances, 16 revision nights, 16 blast from the past nights, countless bonuses. There must be over 400 dances in the super duper list. That's what we call our back catalogue. It's the super duper dance list. So there's over 300 dances. So I'm not expecting anybody to go through all of those. If you want to, you're more than welcome. They're there. But what I would say is, if you're joining, and Noel's joining, Noel goes to classes, Noel doesn't have to wait for me to teach a new dance that they've been doing. He can go to the Super Duper list, he can scroll through it, it's in alphabetical order, and he can find the dances he's already doing in class. And then he can use those videos as he sees fit. So the Super Duper list, the back catalogue is worth so much. And I have to say, my members, every time I talk to my members about membership prices, bearing in mind their rate will never change. They're set for life for as long as they're a member. They keep saying I should put up the prices again. I'm not doing it. Not doing it this time round. Next year we'll see. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. I'll see. But yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Leslie says thank you. So presumably she's quite happy with what I said. Any questions? Noel says it was, but I'm not quite sure what Noel was referring to. It was obviously something I was saying at the time, but my conversation's moved on. So for Q&A, I'm going to say we've probably got about 10 more minutes together. I don't want to be here all night. Oh, I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Whenever I go live on a Wednesday or Zoom, Chit Chat or anything else, I always put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I now remember why, because I get hundreds of notifications. So funny. Never mind. That's fine. So, what else have I got on here that I can talk about? Had a conversation with someone that was quite interested in the membership. They wanted to come and join, but their worry was they wouldn't use it, which is valid. And on the back of that, the biggest reason I'm giving for cancellations is time. I don't get time. I don't use it. I'd love to do it. I really, really want to do it, but I don't get time. Life is busy. We're probably, possibly at line dance classes. We probably, possibly work. We've got friends, family, housekeeping, all the stuff that goes on in life. Life is busy. But if you find an in-person class to go to, you commit to it. You put it on the calendar, you stick it in your diary, you tell the family, Wednesday night, I'm going line dancing. So the people that get the most out of the membership are the people that do the same. They put in their diary, learn to line dance with Richard, 7:30 on a Wednesday, or, if they can't do live, learn to line dance with Richard, 9 p.m, Saturday evening, 11 a.m, Sunday, and they tell everybody. They tell everybody at home, on that day, every Sunday morning, I'm going line dancing with Richard in the lounge. They commit to a day and a time where they're going to do the weekly live, or they're going to pull up videos out of the archive or do whatever they want to do. If you make the commitment to yourself and tell people, write it down, you stand a good chance of it happening. It will still fall off sometimes, holidays, family, whatever else, but at least if there's a date and a time there, you know when you're going to do it, and it will happen more often than not. And also, you've got the full back catalogue, so if you do miss a week, or you do fall behind, it's always there. There's no requirement to do every live. There's no requirement to learn every dance. You can pick and choose. I've had people that have done the 26 lesson course, then they've come into the membership, and they just do the beginner dance every week, which is fine. They're not ready for the improver. They're not ready for that challenge. They're just quite happy doing the beginner dance. And some of them at some stage might go, right, I'm going to challenge myself. Oh, Richard says it's an easy improver this week. I'm going to give that a go. That's fine. You use the membership as you see fit, but commit a time to it. And on the back of that, what I will say is if you're not using it, if you take it out and you're not using it, I'm quite happy for you to cancel, because I only want members that get value. I only want members that enjoy being here, enjoy the community, and get value from what we do. Because if you're not getting value, I don't want to be taking your money for nothing. You work hard for your money. I want it to be worth it, and hopefully you'll get the net worth of what you get from the membership is far outweighed by what you're paying. Hopefully. What else? I've done PayPal. I had a loaded question from one of my members. So I said to my members, I've got Q&A this weekend. I've not got many questions. What would you want to ask? If you were a new member, or if you were thinking about taking it out, not knowing what it all involves, what would you want to ask? So one of my members, Karen, who I met last weekend in Birmingham on our first ever in-person members meetup, asked, loaded question, do you ever do socials or meetups with members? Love that. Sorry, Karen, throw you under the bus there. So yeah, last weekend we did our first ever members meetup. Now this is an online membership. It's an online community. We've got a Facebook page. It's very supportive. It's a nice, kind place to be. Everybody gets on really well and helps each other out. Comments and chats on videos, on lives, on catch-ups and whatnot. But so I've met some of the members over the last 2 years. I've met a number of members. see who I can remember. Okay, bear with me. I might get this wrong. If I miss you, I'm so sorry. I've met Diane, Elaine, Chloe, Leslie, Sophia, Barbara. I think they're the 6 that I met pre-Birmingham. And then when we went to Birmingham last week, I knew quite a few of our members had talked about meeting up. It would be lovely to meet you in person. I feel like I know you. It'd be lovely to meet you. So about a year ago, I found an event, a big charity line dance country music day in Birmingham. So I put it out to the members. Did we want to go and have an in-person meetup? Did we want to go to Birmingham for this event, and did we want to make a bit of a weekend of it? So we all booked our own Premier-ins. I found a country music club on the Saturday night, so we all descended on Birmingham on the Saturday afternoon. I found a country music club in Birmingham on the Saturday night that we all went to. I then did an in-person workshop with these members that I've only ever taught online before, so that was very bizarre, very surreal. Did that Sunday afternoon. We had a group meal Sunday evening, and then on Monday we did the big charity line dance event, and it was the most amazing weekend. An amazing group of people that I felt like I'd known forever, most of which I'd never met before in person. 2 of them I had, but the rest I hadn't. And it just felt like a big group of friends that hadn't seen each other for 10 years. We yacked and we laughed and we talked line dance and we talked about life and everything else. We line danced. Oh boy, did we line dance. It was an amazing weekend. It was super special. So I've now met Karen, Amanda and Katie, Maggie and Sam. So it was amazing. Amazing weekend. Loved everything. And there will be another one. They were discussing and trying to organise it before we even left. There was even talks of having a members meetup in Turkey. Don't know whether that's going to happen in 2026, but 2027 might happen. Maybe. In with that, so that's in person talking about that. But in with that, I do in-person classes. So my classes are in Wickford. And if any of my members ever want to come to any of my classes or any of my socials, they're more than welcome. It would be lovely to have you with us. So I do a number of live music and a number of DJ disco nights over the course of the year. Next year I've got 4 live music booked and 4 discos. So when I do them in person, they're usually geared towards beginners because that is where my classes are. My in-person classes are only at beginner. Not only at that, they are beginners, and that's as far as I teach in person. So when we do these events, I might have a live artist on the stage, or it might be me on the disco. My members wanted to join in. We tried it once and they enjoyed it and they liked it. So every time I do that, I record it and the members get that as a free bonus. So currently in the back catalogue, there's 2, not 1, but 2 live music gigs with KD, a live music gig with Glenn Rogers, and there's 2, maybe 3 disco party nights. I've got another disco party night at the end of September, and then we'll have our Christmas party at the end of December. So as members, for your $14.50 a month, they're all bonuses. You get to be a fly on the wall. You get to dance along at home, which is nice. And if you want to join in person, if you're close to Essex and you want to come in person, you'd be more than welcome. Okay, any comments? Nothing on whatever I'm looking on. That's YouTube. No, that's not. That's Facebook. Noel's very happy. Noel's happy he's joined the membership. Noel's happy with everything I've just said and everything that's included, which is good. Is there anything else I need to talk through? Very quick point to note with the 26-week course. If you take out the 26-week course, lifetime access, you can do that whenever you like. You could do 1 a week. You could do 2, 3, 4 a week. Entirely up to you. When you get to the end, if you've enjoyed it and you like it and you want more, you'll also have the 15-week crossover course, but that's by the by. Once you've done the course, if you want to come into the membership, I will let you in, even if the doors are closed. So if you want to join the membership now and have the course, you can. Or if you want to do the course and then come back to the membership when you're ready, you're more than welcome to. Would love to have you in, but as you've already connected, as you've already bought the course, I will let you into the membership whenever you're ready. Everybody else has to wait till the doors open. Just saying. Done that. One of my members asked, again, it was a loaded question because they knew the answer, but it's a good point to mention. I think I might have mentioned it earlier. I don't know. I'll say it again. Can members request dances? Yes, and yes again. I ask for the requests via email, because if they come via WhatsApp, Messenger, comment on a YouTube video, comment on a Facebook video, I lose them. So if you've got a members dance request, pop me an email over, put in the title dance request. Ideally, if you could tell me the name of the dance and also the choreographer in an ideal world. If you use Copperknob, you can send me a Copperknob link. That'd be even better. If you don't know the name of the choreographer and you don't use Copperknob, send me the first 8 counts. Can we do this dance? It starts with a grapevine, step touch, or whatever it is. I need to be able to marry up the dance that you want me to teach. And I have, over the last 2 years, in the early days, because I got better at it, I had 2 requests. I think one was for a dance. I want to say sexy lady or something sexy. And then I had another request for a dance, Little Old Wine Drinker Me. So on both occasions, this is really in the first sort of 6 months of the membership, I went on Copperknob and called up the dances. And unfortunately, because there's so many dances now on Copperknob, 165,000 dances. I remember being in class telling my class that, wow, Copperknob's just hit 20,000 dances. Now look at it. Yeah, if I put in a title, Little Old Wine Drinker Me, it will possibly bring me up 5, 10, 15 dances. If it's a shorter dance name or a more popular title, I might get 20, 30, 40 dances. So with both the 2 that I made mistakes with, I chose the dance that I thought they were requesting by its popularity, taught it, and on both occasions I was wrong. I make mistakes, it's fine, we all make mistakes. So yeah, if you give me the dance name, the choreographer ideally, the Copperknob link if you can, or at least a clue to which dance you want. First 8 steps should do it. And now, if I'm not sure, I do email back and go, I found this one. Is this the one you wanted? Don't make the same mistake twice. Well, I lie, I do. I don't make it 3 times. Just seeing if I've got any comments. I haven't. Well, I think that's me done. I think I've talked about everything I need to talk about. So, it's over to you. It's all down to you. It's all down to you from here on in. I've done my live teachers. Hopefully you saw them live or you watched in catch up. I've issued all the coffees. I did my free prize draw yesterday where one person won a free annual membership just for turning up live. I've done 2 Q&A sessions. I've done 2 Zoom meetings, but nobody turned up to the second one, so I didn't record it. I didn't do it because it was just me in a room and I'd already recorded one and I was only going to do the same thing again. If somebody had turned up live, I would have done it again and then we could have talked about it and whatnot, but no one turned up, which was fine. I've done a Zoom for the Line Dance Instructors Hub, so if you want to know more about that, I don't think that's on the YouTube channel yet, but I will get that out probably tonight. Give me an hour or so and I'll get that out there. I'll make sure the links to the membership, Learn to Line Dance with Richard, the Line Dance Instructor Hub, and the course are all in both of these videos. So you can go and check out the pages, click on the link, it will tell you all about it, tells you all what's included, all what you might be thinking now, and then what the membership will give you and where it will take you. There's a blurb on there about me, and yeah, there's loads of stuff on there. The most important bit being the link. Hopefully, you've seen all you need to see, you've heard all you need to hear, you've asked all the questions you need to ask. Hopefully, you want to come join us. It's a lovely, lovely community. It's amazing people. Lots of dancing. And me. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't really know, but you get me. I am the membership. My members will tell me, yes, it's me. They're there for me, which is lovely. My members are my most supportive, loyal followers. Yeah, which is really lovely. And I love them all to bits. I'm always very humbled. I'm always very grateful. I'm always slightly, I don't know what the word is, overwhelmed, I suppose, that my members pay me to do what I love. I love making content for YouTube. And that is the bottom line of the membership. The members get live access. The members get all the mistakes. The members get 6 weeks advantage. What's at the top of the charts now, I will teach now, but that it will go onto YouTube as a public video. But it goes 6 weeks later at least. It gets split down into 3 videos, teach, dance through with words and freestyle. It gets adverts. So the members get the raw, unedited, timely version of that. and they get to be part of something really special, in my opinion. Sophia's interview is coming tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. That will go out on YouTube, and I will probably email the link out as well to anybody on the email list. Doors close for good. Not for good. Doors close for this year. Midnight, Thursday, the 4th of September. You now have 4 days to join. Go do it. I look forward to welcoming you. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you all soon. Good night. God bless.